Tuesday Drive.
Oh, well, that was a different one, wasn't it? That isn't quite the one I was expecting. John Legend there with his All of Me bit of a... Well, there you go. You get it all here at Triple U FM. This is the Duchess here. I'm here till 7 o'clock this evening. Yes, Stephen's doing a lot of research today, but he has left this wonderful interview. Now, have you got a young person at home who's not that keen on school, but eager to harness skills in areas such as carpentry, plumbing, electrical or more? Well, a number of young people between the ages of 16 and 24 are about to graduate from a special boot camp, which has been developed and launched by the Premier Gladys Berejiklian earlier in the year. It's all part of a higher group called Productivity Boot Camp, and Tuesday Drive, Stephen White, he caught up with the Executive Director of Productivity Force, Kieran Duffy, and began by asking what Productivity Force and Productivity Boot Camp is.
Productivity Boot Camp, this is where it all begins. It's an 8-week training course. It's an intensive construction-based training course, and it goes for 8 weeks, where participants come from all different backgrounds, from school, from everywhere, job agencies, and they come in to get some skills to prepare them for the workforce.
So I guess what's the difference between Productivity Bootcamp and Productivity Force and, say, TAFE, for example?
So TAFE is an RTO, whereas Bootcamp is like a pre-apprenticeship program. So Bootcamp gets them ready before they hit their apprenticeship. So it's giving them the right basic skills, a good attitude and work ethic. And Productivity Force, we take on the graduates from the bootcamp program, and we act like a GTO where we place them with different companies to help manage the apprenticeship, so that the companies just get some good solid employees that are ready to hit the ground running.
So, for example, let's say a carpenter or an electrician, they'd go to TAFE and, say, study for 3 or 4 years. So they obviously do the theoretical work, then they'd go on to do the practical work. Am I right to say that with Bootcamp and Productivity Force, they just basically go straight onto the site and start learning?
Yeah, so the Bootcamp is done off-site. It's done in a specifically designed yard that's built to replicate a building site. So we get them ready, we get them prepared, and then we get them ready for the employers, so that when they do go onto a building site, to these carpenters, to the electricians and whoever else, that they're just ready to get out there, and then they can be signed up to their apprenticeship.
And I understand there's a boot camp in Nowra.
Yes, there is. So we've just moved to Nowra. We have 3 other boot camps in Western Sydney. So this is our first time out of Sydney. So we've just opened a new boot camp in Nowra. It opened 6 weeks ago. So we have 15 young people from the Nowra area that are getting trained up at the moment. So we're going to be looking for potential employers, people that are ready for some good young people that are really prepared for work. We're going to be looking for them to come on board and take some of these graduates from us.
And have you had any support from the government at all?
Yes, so this boot camp has been supported by the Berejiklian government. So this was part of their promise running up to the election. So they support this boot camp.
All right, and so you were saying there was, 14 to 15 locals in the boot camp at the moment?
Yes, that's correct.
Mm-hmm. And what are they studying? Or what are they learning?
They're learning the basics of multiple trades. So we bring them into our yard, and there's all different workstations set up in lots of different trades, and we're running them through them, trying to let them get a feel for the different trades. Because when they come out of school, a lot of young people, they have no idea what they want to do when they come out of school, which is fine. But that's what we're trying to do, to expose them to these different trades and drive work ethic into them and drive a good attitude into them, so that they get the feel for this, so that when they do finish the boot camp, they have a lot more of an idea of what sort of a trade or what sort of an industry they want to get into.
And presumably there's teachers or mentors on site. Where do they come from?
So they're all the trainers that are in the yard, they're all tradespeople. So they've all come from the industry. They know what employers are looking for. They know what's expected of young people coming into the industry. So that's really, we always have qualified tradespeople from all different industries come in and pass on their knowledge and their skills, so that it's the real world that they're passing on.
And I understand there's a graduation happening on Friday. Who are we likely to see emerge with some mortarboards on top of their heads?
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Ah, a mortarboard, like a graduation cap.
Yeah, so we have got some really good candidates. I'm not going to name out any standouts amongst them all because they've all done so well. But yeah, so we're going to have 14, I think it is at this stage, that are going to graduate and that are, as I say, just ready to get out there, ready to show what they've learned over the 8 weeks and really show what we're trying to build here.
And I guess, like any good graduate, they're obviously looking to go straight into work, aren't they?
That's it. We want to get these guys straight into the workforce. We don't want any lag time or any sitting around waiting for jobs, and that's really what we're looking for, a big call out to employers that are in the area and even the extended area they're out there and they're struggling. They're not sure where to go and where to get good workers from, and that's really what we want them to come to Productivity Force and just let us prove what we're doing here. That's all we're looking for, is just give us a chance and let us show you what we're doing.
Yeah, that was the Executive Director of Productivity Force, Kieran Duffy, and Stephen from Tuesday Drive Time. He also caught up with one of the graduates, Blake Dixon, who comes from Nowra, and began by asking him about his actual time with the boot camp.
I've spent the last 7 and a bit-ish weeks now building up skills in the various trades provided. So I've learnt 100% more than what I knew before going into it. All I knew was how to use a drill.
Oh, it sounds a bit like me, actually. Yes, I struggled at the best of times. Tell me, how did you hear about boot camp? Did someone recommend it to you?
A careers advisor from the school I just graduated from handed us a printout of the advertisement when we went to visit to see a few of the animals there, and decided to give it a crack. And yeah.
And so, tell me some of the skills that you've learnt while you've been there on boot camp, because I imagine that's you're actually working on the building site, aren't you?
Yeah, all of it's hands-on and simulated to, I guess, simulate what work sites would be to a certain degree. So we've learnt everything from bricklaying or steel work with concrete slabs or retainer walls. At the moment, everyone's learnt basic skills in like electrical and plumbing trades. So calculating the small things like fall or amps or something. Oh goodness, what else have we done?
Sounds like it's a lot to pack into to 8 weeks.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but all of it's benchmarked, so you're doing it quite regularly and your skills are quickly developing. So we've got an obstacle course that we do where you do a 1.5 by 2 meter area or something like that of paving, and you just get quicker and quicker at that, or bricklaying and stuff.
So you've been in the course now for 8 weeks. Have you come across any highlights, any sort of moments that you particularly remember when you sort of graduate?
Probably just all the boys mucking around, honestly.
Oh, okay.
They're all pretty funny lads, so just having chats while getting through a session or something, a station, or playing handball or something in the drinks breaks is pretty memorable. But other than that, at the moment I've enjoyed plumbing, electrical, carpentry at the moment, so freestyle carpentry is pretty fun.
So is this something you'd recommend to other young people to join?
The boot camp, definitely. It's really good just to learn a lot of basic skills that you can use later on in life. And it's a fantastic opportunity if you're looking for a trade, or if you aren't certain on anything, it's good to get a taste in a lot of things.
Do you think it's also good in the fact that you're working alongside other people that may be in a similar position to you, so you can sort of bounce ideas off each other, you can discuss what their career objectives may be, and then sort of weigh it up with what you would like to do in the future?
I definitely did that with a few of the leaders or mentors that are here. So I spoke to all of them about the trades that they've pursued in their own careers, and then talking to one of the electricians here gave me a good idea of what I wanted to do. So that sort of gave me a subtle nudge towards the career that I'm trying to get myself into.
Well, you've almost picked my next question for you. What is it that you would like to do now that you're about to graduate?
I'm trying to find myself an apprenticeship as an electrician at the moment.
And you'd like to stay in the Shoalhaven?
For now, definitely. Looking towards, I guess, a brighter future, I might try to expand to the far south coast or Sydney area, but at the moment, just looking to stay around Shoalhaven.
Ah, and that was Blake Dixon, who is just one of the young people who will be graduating this Friday. He was speaking with Tuesday Drive's Stephen White. Now, I'm sure if you're a business in the area looking for someone to take on, you can get in touch with Productivity Force and they'll be able to help you out. How amazing is that, eh? Did you undertake an apprenticeship when you were younger? What was it? You know, I'd love to hear from you on 4422 1045, or you can shoot me an SMS on 0468 441045. So, yeah, did you do something? I did. Kind of an apprenticeship. And in our day, it was a training thing, and it was nursing. I'm sure there's a few other nurses out there. Do you call that an apprenticeship at back in the 60s?
This is Tuesday Drive.